name's Jacob Hatmaker. I go to church at Crossroads Assembly of God in Albertville. I'm going to be doing a short sermon in junior. And I'm going to be, my reference verses are Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6, Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 through 6, and Ephesians chapter 2 verses 8 through 10. So I want to share a story, which is my testimony of how I realized that God was a miracle worker. God is the great physician. And this is all first-hand basis. I went through all this. First things first is I have a metaphor that I use, or that makes me realize a lot for this. This paper right here is your journey, your road, your path. This pencil is you, the faith is, the point is your faith. You start out nice, strong, and sharp. You're going on your roadmap, you're doing everything good, right? You start carrying weight, you start getting addictions, you carry the weight until you're broke. Until you're broken, when you have nothing left. That's what I was. I carried the weight. I didn't tell anybody about it. I thought I didn't have to. I thought I could handle it all. I want to share my first verse with you, and it's Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. It says, "And without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him." I wasn't seeking him. So when I was on the side, like when I was being bad, not listening, not doing things doing wrong things that I was wrong, going down a windy path, I was blaming him for it when really it was my fault, because I was trying to trust, or try to do it myself, be stubborn, not trusting him. And I was carrying all the weight instead of sharing it about people. When you share your story, you can save one person. You may not save any, but you just might help people. Someone might be going through that same situation, but you never know. That's why it's important to share. Well, I want to read my second verse, which is Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and learn not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight." That, when I read that, whenever I was going through that stuff, it hurt me, because I was dealing with something that I thought I shouldn't be dealing with, which I had white brain matter come up in my brain, and it was multiplying. My last visit is I had like 18.2.3% of my brain was white brain matter, and they thought it was MS, which what that is you just start losing functions of your body, to where your brain pretty much tells your heart, I don't need it to be pumping anymore. But back to that verse is so good, because it's true. That has been proven. Acknowledge him. One Sunday I acknowledged he was there. A pastor at our church anointed me with oil over my head and prayed over me. Next day I went back to the doctor's office, all gone, 100%, 0% gone, not there, and they can't explain why. Second part of that is he'll make your path straight. That's true, because I acknowledged him on that Sunday, and my path became straight because I was healed. It was gone. Last verse I want to share with you is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8 through 10, and it says, For it is by grace you have been saved throughout faith, and it is not from yourselves, it is from the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast, for that we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared us in advance to do. God prepared me to go through that. God prepared me to share my testimony about it, to save someone's life. I may not be saving anybody's life, but that was what he told me to do. So I'm going to listen to it. What God is telling you to do, you need to listen to it. That's why this metaphor with the pencil is so good, because you listen to him, you acknowledge him, you get sharp again, and you are new. Because all things are cast away, all new things are new. Thank you.